Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prasarane Panchakalpataribhyo. So thank you everyone for coming to participate in this Sunday program.
Hvala vam svima što ste došli na ovaj nedjeljni program.
This is the beginning of the week. Sunday is a day of partying.
Sunday is the day of
Partying, going to party.
Nedjelja je dan za
Sunday, Saturday, Friday, days for
za
party.
party.
But we party every day.
Ali mi imamo tulum svaki dan.
The Christian people, we party every day.
Ljudi svjesnosti Krišne imaju tulum svaki dan.
We don't wait for the weekends.
Ne čekamo kad će doći vikend.
Every day is a day of party.
Svaki dan je dan zabave.
But it's spiritual party.
Ali to je duhovna zabava.
And this party, there is no hangover.
I nakon ove zabave nema glavobolje.
That is the beauty of this party, no hangover.
To je ljepota ove zabave. Nemamo murluk.
No setbacks whatsoever.
Nema negativnih posljedica.
Rather, you get exhilarated.
Upravo suprotno, budemo ushićeni.
So, today happens to also be one of our great acharyas' appearance day.
Danas je također i dan pojave jednog od naših velikih ačarija.
He's one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Jedan od pratijaca gospodina Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
His name is Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
Njegovo ime je Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
He took birth in India also.
On se rodio u Indiji.
In fact, his home, his parents' home, was close to the home of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Mjesto gdje se on rodio je blizu Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
How many of you have been to India?
Koliko je vas bilo u Indiji?
Oh, very good.
Jako dobro.
So, people go to Jerusalem. The Christians, they go to Jerusalem. Muslims, they go to Mecca. We go to India, to places like Bed, where Lord Krishna appeared in Vrindavan, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Mayapur, and we are Lord Jagannath resides in Puri, many places.
Naša mjesta hodočašća su u Indiji, mjesta gdje se pojavio Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, mjesto gdje je gospodin Jagannath u Puriju.
It's always good to go to the holy places to see the places where these great acharyas and even the Supreme Lord appear.
Uvijek je dobro otići u Indiju, vidjeti ta mjesta u kojem se pojavili svi ti velike acharje i Krishna osobe.
I remember I have a friend, a professor, so I was cultivating him since when he was doing his PhD. So when he became a professor, when he graduated, became a professor. So we kept reading. I used to send him our books. And then one time, he told me, I want to go to India. I said, to go and do what?
Bio je jedan moj prijatelj kojeg sam kultivirao dok je studirao i kasnije postao profesor i slao sam mu naše knjige. Jednoga dana me iznenadio, rekao je, želim otići u Indiju. Ja sam ga pitao, i što ćeš tamo?
He said he wants to go and visit the places he has been reading from the books. The place, Vrindavan, Mayapur. He said he wants to go and see these places.
Rekao je, želi sam osobno vidjeti ta mjesta o kojima je čitao u knjigama, Vrindavan, Mayapur.
So devotees should be planning their lives in such a way that we visit these holy places and become purified.
Bhakti bi trebali svoj život organizirati tako da posjećujemo ta sveta mjesta i da se tamo pročistimo.
How many people here know about the Panchatattvas, Lord Chaitanya's associates?
Koliko ljudi ovdje zna o Pančatatvi, pratiocima gospodina Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Very good. So one of those associates, the Panchatattva, one of them is called Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
I jedan od njih zove se Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
And himself and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the difference in age is just 1 year. Lord Chaitanya is older than him for 1 year.
I razlika između njega u godinama i Chaitanya Mahaprabhua je 1 godina.
And now people in Navadvip, they thought that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just a pandit. Someone who goes about, a young boy who goes about defeating people, disgracing people because of his knowledge.
Ljudi u Navadvipu su za Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rekli da on običan pandit koji ide okolo i debatira s ljudima i zbog svoga znanja svih porazi.
And Lord Chaitanya had associates.
Ali gospodin Chaitanya je imao i pratioce.
Many associates.
Mnogo pratioca.
And the people who were with Lord Chaitanya, they were the same people who were with Lord Krishna.
I ljudi koji su bili sa Chaitanya Mahaprabhom su isti koji su bili sa Krishnom.
So for instance, this Gadādhara Paṇḍita, that today is his birthday, he in the Krishna Lila, he was Radharani.
I Gadādhara Paṇḍita, kojem je dan pojave u Krishna Lili bio Radharani.
I mean, if you have been to Vrindavan?
Koliko vas je bilo u Vrindavanu?
Very good. Vrindavan, this is the place where Lord Krishna and Radharani had a lot of pastimes.
Vrindavan je mjesto u kojem su Radharani i Krishna imali jako puno zabava.
Why you have to go to this place?
Zašto otići na ovo mjesto?
Because it's very purifying.
Jer je vrlo pročišćavajuće.
See, in science we have something that a theory that is called the field.
U znanosti imamo teoriju koja se zove polje.
And the field theory was as a result of experiments conducted by a German psychologist. His name is Lewin.
I tu je teoriju formirao jedan njemački filozof.
And Lewin, after several experiments, he came up with the conclusion that the environment has an effect on our values or our behavior.
I on je kroz eksperimente došao do zaključka da okoliš ima utjecaj na nas, na naše vrijednosti.
And it's true, because if you put your hand into fire, what will happen?
I to je istina, ako ruku stavimo u vatru, što će se desiti?
That's a fire environment. If you put your hand inside, you get heated.
To je okoliš vatre i ako stavimo ruku u taj okoliš, dobit ćemo vatru.
So the holy dham, the holy places like Vrindavan, these are places where the worship of Krishna is taking place every moment.
I Vrindavan je mjesto u kojem se obožavanje Krišne događa u svakom trenutku.
And so that environment is surcharged with Krishna consciousness.
I taj okoliš nabijen svjesnošću Krišne.
The same thing with Mayapur.
Ista stvar je s Majapurom,
Where Lord Chaitanya appeared.
gdje se pojavio Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Therefore, we encourage our devotees to plan to visit these holy theaters as much as possible.
I stoga ohrabrujemo bakte da posjećuju te svete tirte što je više moguće.
We know that many people, they go to Disneyland and all this.
Znamo da puno ljudi ide u Disneyland i na slična mjesta.
We're not saying that don't go to Disneyland.
Ne govorimo nemojte ići u Disneyland.
But also include Vrindavan, Mayapur in your holiday trips.
Ali uključite jednako tako Vrindavan i Mayapur u svoje odmore.
In America, one city which is very popular that people go to for sanctification, one state is called Nevada. And the capital city, I remember I went to a conference one time to that city. I don't remember even the name. But when I went to that place, people go to that place for sanctification.
Postoji jedno mjesto u Americi koja se zove u Nevadi, gdje ljudi odlaze kako bi zadovoljili svoje osjetile.
So I went to a conference And one of Bhakti Vasudeva Swami disciples, she's a lawyer, she's late now. She paid for the hotel room we are going to stay to go for the conference.
I tamo sam išao na konferenciju i učenica od Bhakti Tirtha Swamija, ona je platila hotel gdje ćemo odsjesti.
But when I went to check in that hotel,
kad sam išao se čekirati u taj hotel,
at the front desk,
na recepciji,
the person who was there, he asked me, "What did you come to do here?"
Osoba koja je tu bila, pitala me što si došao ovdje raditi?
Because that city is a sinful city.
Jer taj grad je griješan grad griješnika. Is it Las Vegas, man?
Yeah.
To je Las Vegas.
So I answered that, I'm a scholar, I came for a conference. He said, okay, that's good.
Ja sam rekao, ne, ja sam iz Iskona, došao sam na konferenciju, rekao, ja sam učenjak, došao sam na konferenciju, rekao, ok.
So people spend money to go to places like Las Vegas, Disneyland and all these things for sense enjoyment. Spend plenty of money.
Ljudi troše dosta novaca kako bi otišli u Disneyland, Las Vegas.
But the result is that they become more and more degraded.
Ali rezultat je da se sve više degradiraju.
But when you go to Vrindavan, you go to Mayapur, you go to Jagannath, you get leverage in your consciousness.
Ali kad odemo u Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, naša svjesnost se uzdiže.
In fact, the testimony from all those who have been to Vrindavan is that it helps, the theater helps you. You can see it, how your chanting improves, how your thinking improves.
Svi koji su otišli u Vrindavan tome i svjedoče kako se njihove mantranje popravlja, svjesnost popravlja.
So, Mayapur, Navadvip, Lord Chaitanya and Gadādhara Paṇḍita took bed. They are also like that. When you go to this place in Mayapur, Mayapur is very, very big now. In fact, they're building a real gigantic temple.
I mjesta kao što su Mayapur, Navadvip, kada odemo tamo, Mayapur je sad jako velik, grade ogromni hram tamo.
So, when you go to these places, Mayapur, Vrindavan, you can feel that you are chanting, you chant better, with better concentration.
I kada odemo na takva mjesta, možemo osjetiti kako bolje mantramo, s više usredotočenosti.
And the problem, what many people complain, is that when you go to these places, Mayapur and Vrindavan, you don't want to leave.
Mnogi ljudi kažu da je problem kada odete na ta mjesta da ne želite od njih otići.
That is really problem.
To je pravi problem.
So I have this problem all the time when I go there. And the courage I have is that my Guru Maharaj didn't ask me to come and sit down here.
Ja imam taj problem svaki put kad odem tamo, ali ono što znam je da moj duhovni učitelj nije htio da tu ostanem.
So I had to leave, I had to go back to America.
Tako da sam morao otići i vratiti se nazad u Ameriku.
So when our devotees understand that everybody has an opportunity to be able to visit these holy places, to have a leverage in our consciousness.
I stoga shvaćamo i svako ima priliku da posjeti ta sveta mjesta i uzdigne svoju svjesnost.
So Gadādhara Paṇḍita, he was, even as a child, himself and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they went to the same school under Ganga Pandit.
I Gadādhara Paṇḍita je išao u istu školu kao i Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
And in the school, when we were under Ganga Pandit, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will teach Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
I kad je bio u toj školi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ga je znao zatirkivati.
And it came to a time when they were growing up, Lord Chaitanya couldn't separate himself from Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
I kako su odrastali, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu se nije mogao odvojiti od Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita also was very much attached to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
I Gadādhara Paṇḍita je također bio jako privržen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
And their homes were close by.
Njihove domovi su bili blizu jedan drugog.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita, his father's name was Śrī Gadādhara Mishra. Lord Chaitanya's father's name was Śrī Jagannath Mishra.
Čak i imena njihovih očeva su bila slične.
And the both mothers, Ratnavati Devi is Gadādhara Paṇḍita's mother's name, and Sachi Mata, the mother of Lord Chaitanya, they were like sisters.
Čak i njihove majke su bile poput sestara.
It just shows how devotees should be developing very strong loving relations.
I to pokazuje kako bi bhakte trebali razvijati vrlo čvrste odnose pune ljubavi.
We have a reason to do that.
Imamo razlog za to.
Because Lord Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita that everyone is his part and parcel. In other words, we are all one family. Krishna is the father, Krishna is the mother.
Imamo razlog za to, a to je zbog toga što Krišna u Bhagavad Giti kaže da je svako njegov sastavni dijelić, tako da svi dijelimo istoga oca i istu majku.
So, Ratnavati Devi and Mother Sachi, they had a strong bond of love and relationship.
Tako su njihove majke imale čvrstu vezu ljubavne razmjene, prijateljstva.
This is what is expected of devotees in our communities.
I to se očekuje od bhakta u našim zajednicama.
We may preach, talk big philosophy, but it goes down to one simple thing.
Možemo pričati o velikoj filozofiji.
It boils down to love for Krishna.
Ali sve se svodi na jednu jednostavnu poantu, a to je ljubav prema Krišni.
But Krishna says, one who says he loves me, I don't recognize that person. The person who loves, who serves, the devotee of my devotee, yeah, he is a real person.
Ali Krišna kaže, onaj ko kaže da mene voli, ne vidim tu osobu, ali onaj koji kaže da voli da služi bhakta od moga bhakte, njega vidim.
So we see that in the life of Gadādhara Paṇḍita's mother and Lord Chaitanya's mother, they loved each other very, very deeply.
I možemo vidjeti da su majke od Gadādhara Paṇḍita i Chaitanya Mahaprabhua imale veliku duboku ljubav jedna prema drugoj.
And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gadādhara Paṇḍita, they grow up loving each other very strongly that they cannot do without each other.
I Gadādhara Paṇḍita i Chaitanya Mahaprabhu su odrasli i imali su toliku vezu, toliku prijateljsku ljubav da nisu mogli jedan bez drugoga.
Now when Lord Chaitanya was growing up, he was challenging big teachers, big pandits who came to Navadvip, who were challenging and defeated.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kad je odrastao, on je izazivao u filozofske rasprave vrlo učene pandite i porazio bi.
For Gadādhara Paṇḍita, he was a simple devotee.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita je bio jednostavan bhakta.
And because Lord Chaitanya was very intelligent, the devotees, the Vaishnavas in Navadvip, they were praying that this boy, he should become a Vaishnava, he should become a devotee.
I kako je Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bio vrlo učen, ljudi u Navadvipu su se molili da on postane bhakta.
But Lord Chaitanya wouldn't.
Ali Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nije htio postati bhakta.
So, it is explained in the Chaitanya Bhagavad that when they were teenagers, when Lord Chaitanya says he's coming on this road and Gadādhara Paṇḍita is coming from there, he sees Lord Chaitanya here, he will take another road.
I opisano je u Chaitanya Bhagavati da kada bi išli Gadādhara Paṇḍita i Chaitanya Mahaprabhu u ulici, kad bi ga vidio Gadādhara Paṇḍita, skrenuo bi.
They were very close, now when they were little kids,
bili su vrlo bliski kao djeca.
As they were growing up, Gadādhara Paṇḍita never wanted to encounter Lord Chaitanya face to face again.
Ali kad su odrasli, Gadādhara Paṇḍita se nije htio susreti sa Chaitanya Mahaprabhom.
Because Chaitanya will turn black into white and will turn white into black with philosophy.
Jer bi Chaitanya crno pretvorio u bijelo, bijelo u crno sa filozofijom.
So you cannot defeat him.
I niste ga nikako mogli poraziti.
And he will confront you like anything.
I suočio bi se s vama na vrlo snažan način.
And Gadādhara Paṇḍita was just a very humble, quiet person.
A Gadādhara Paṇḍita je bio vrlo ponizan, tih bhakta.
And when Lord Chaitanya eventually took sannyas,
Kad je Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uzeo sanjasu,
Gadādhara Paṇḍita was there to serve him. Just like Radharani was always available to make gallants and serve Krishna.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita je bio tu da ga služi, baš kao Radharani koja je uvijek bila tu da radi garlande za Krišnu.
So again it shows how much elevated the devotee may be. The bottom line, the essential ingredient in the devotee's life is service to Krishna.
I opet se vidi da bez obzira koliko je uzvišen bhakta, njegov esencijalni sastav njegove službe je, odnosno života je uvijek služenje.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita was very valuable to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at all times.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita je bio vrlo vrijedan u tome da služi Chaitanya Mahaprabhu u svakom trenutku.
When Lord Chaitanya went to Jagannath Puri, Gadādhara Paṇḍita also went to Jagannath Puri and he started serving a deity called Tota Gopinath.
I kada je Chaitanya Mahaprabhu otišao u Puri, Gadādhara Paṇḍita je isto otišao u Puri i počeo je služiti božanstvo koje se zove Tota Gopinath.
Now, when Lord Chaitanya left the planet when Gadādhara Paṇḍita was like 45 years old.
Gospodin Chaitanya je napustio planetu kad je Gadādhara Paṇḍita imao 45 godina.
In other words, Lord Chaitanya was not 50 years, did not even live up to 50 years when he left.
Drugim riječima, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nije doživio ni 50 godina prije nego je napustio.
So, but then when Lord Chaitanya left, how did he live? He entered into the deity that Gadādhara Paṇḍita was worshipping, Tota Gopinath.
Kako je Chaitanya Mahaprabhu napustio planetu, tako da je ušao u božanstvo koje je Gadādhara Paṇḍita obožavao, Tota Gopinath.
How many of you have seen Tota Gopinath?
Koliko vas je vidjelo Tota Gopinath božanstvo?
Very good. Everybody should try to see Tota Gopinath.
Svako bi trebao pokušati vidjeti Tota Gopinath.
That is the burying ground of Lord Chaitanya.
To je mjesto napuštanja tijela Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
He entered into that deity.
On je ušao u to božanstvo.
And when Lord Chaitanya left, Gadādhara Paṇḍita was so much aggrieved.
Kad je Chaitanya Mahaprabhu otišao, Gadādhara Paṇḍita je bio u velikoj tuzi.
That his grieving affected his whole physical body.
Da je ta tuga je utjecala na njegovo čitavo tijelo.
He became old, artificially old, and his limbs, his hands, were going to his body.
Postao je star i njegove ruke su počele ulaziti u njegovo tijelo.
So he couldn't hang garland on Tota Gopinath again.
Nije više mogao staviti garland na Tota Gopinath.
Because of that, Tota Gopinath sat down.
Zbog toga Tota Gopinath je sjeo.
Just to give Gadādhara Paṇḍita the opportunity, his servant, the opportunity to serve him.
Samo da bi dao Gadādhara Paṇḍitu njegovom slugi priliku da ga služi.
So Tota Gopinath is the only deity that is sitting there.
Stoga je Tota Gopinath jedino božanstvo koje sjedi.
And it's because of Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
I to je zbog Gadādhara Paṇḍita.
So Gadādhara Paṇḍita is a special personality.
Gadādhara Paṇḍita je posebna osoba.
We should pray to him today.
Danas mu se trebamo moliti
to bless us with pure devotional service.
Da nas blagoslovi sa čistim predanim služenjem.
All right, we'll stop there. Maybe there are some comments or some questions.
Hvala vam puno. Možda ima neko pitanje ili komentar.
Any comments or questions? Yes.
You talked about the holy places in India. We often hear that the holy places are everywhere where devotees sing, and certainly in America there is a lot of holy places and all over the world. But can we equate these? Can we say, okay, I'm going here, so I have been to a holy place?
Yeah. Okay, I can answer.
If I can translate.
Oh, yeah.
Maharaja je pričao o svetim mjestima u Indiji, ali znamo gdje god su Bhakte da su to sveta mjesta, takvih svetih mjesta ima jako puno i po Americi, po cijelome svijetu. Da li možemo ta mjesta stvarno izjednačiti i reći, evo, ja sam bio tu i to je sveto mjesto?
Yeah, that's a good question. You see, when I go to India, I remember when I go to a place, it's been long when I went to Chopati, but each time I go to Chopati, these devotees, they urge Maharaj, come and go to the Eco Village.
Kada odem u Indiju, kada odem u Chopati, tamo mi Bhakte uvijek govore da odem u Govardhan Eco Village.
And people go for pilgrimage to Eco Village.
Ljudi idu u hodočašće u Govardhan Eco Village.
Even from America, people travel there.
Čak i iz Amerike ljudi tamo idu.
So, my sense making is, I paid my ticket from New York to India to go to Vrindavan and Mayapur. I know Govardhan is, there are deities there, but I'm going to Vrindavan and Mayapur.
A moje razmišljanje je, uzeo sam kartu iz New Yorka za Indiju i idem u Mayapur i Vrindavan.
So, yes, wherever there is Krishna,
da, gdje god je Krishna,
that is a theater.
To je tirta.
But even in theaters, for instance, Rupa Goswami mentioned that of all, Vrindavan is a place where Lord Krishna appeared. But he said for the whole of Vrindavan, the highest place is Radhakund.
Ali čak i Rupa Goswami rekao da Vrindavan jeste mjesto u kojem se pojavio Krishna, ali čak i u Vrindavanu najsvjetije mjesto je Radhakund.
Because that is where Radharani and the gopis exhibited their pastimes.
Jer tamo su Radharani i gopije pokazale svoje zabave.
That is where Krishna comes to spot Radharani.
To je mjesto gdje Krishna dolazi vidjeti Radharani.
And that lake has a lot of significance.
I taj Kund, to jezero, ima puno značaja.
So yes, wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is deity of Krishna, that's the theater.
Stoga da, gdje god postoji božanstvo Krišne, to je tirta.
But according to Rupa Goswami, there are different gradations.
Ali po Rupa Goswamiju postoje različite gradacije.
He said, even in Vrindavan, Radhakund is the highest.
On je rekao, čak i u Vrindavanu Radhakund je najviši.
See, when I was young, when I joined the movement, many people will go to India. Many devotees, young devotees, they join today, full time, they want to go to India. I never went to India. The only time I went to India was that I was going for a conference to present I was going for a presentation at 5 conferences, and then I was also going to take Bhakti Sastri, and I was going to take sannyas that very year.
Kada sam ja se pridružio pokretu, Bhakte su odmah išli u Indiju. Danas su došli, postali full time Bhakte, sutra idu u Indiju, ali ja nisam išao u Indiju. U Indiju sam otišao prvi put kad sam išao na konferenciju i kad sam išao uzeti sanjas.
So I also had this mentality of Krishna is here, deities are here. Why should I worry myself to go to India?
I ja sam isto imao taj mentalitet. Krishna je ovdje, zašto da idem u Indiju?
But that's not a very good mentality. It's just that I said I had that type of mindset.
Imao sam tako razmišljanje.
And what also I thought was, India is always there. Let me work so hard to please my spiritual master. India, if I like, I will even be there for the rest of my life. For now, let me serve so hard to please my guru.
I razmišljao sam, Indija je uvijek tu. Sada ću raditi teško da zadovoljim svoga duhovnog učitelja, da služim svoga duhovnog učitelja, a mogu onda uvijek otići u Indiju i tamo živjeti.
Now I have, as a Swami, as a Guru, I go to India, and if I want, I can stay there for 1 year. I remember during the COVID, I stayed in India for 3 consecutive years.
A sada kada sam Swami i Guru, mogu u Indiji ostati jako dugo, mogu ostati godinu dana. Kad je bio COVID, u Indiji sam ostao 3 godine.
I stayed in Vrindavan for 1 year.
U Vrindavanu 1 godinu.
I stayed in Mayapur for 2 years.
U Mayapuru 2 godine.
So, yes, there's a difference.
Da, postoji razlika.
Even in holy places, Radhakund is the highest.
Čak i među svetim mjestima Radhakund je ipak najviše.
So yes, we have big communities in America, big temples, big deities. You cannot compare it to Radhakund.
Imamo velike hramove, velike zajednice i u Americi, ali ne mogu se usporediti s Radhakundom.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions?
Je li ima još neko pitanje možda?
All right. In the absence of any other comments or questions, we'd like to adjourn this meeting.
S obzirom da nema pitanja, htio bi stati ovdje. Hvala vam puno.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.